This is an appeal to right-wing voters and moderates alike, whether you're left or right-wing moderates in general. There's majority of the country's moderates, right? The Republican Party wants to push Trump. MAGA wants to push Trump. We all know that the right wing is divided into a few factions. One is the MAGA faction. The MAGA faction is great. We needed it for what it was, right? On social media, might be even necessary. But at some point, this is becoming detrimental to the right. I like Trump as a president. I like some of his policies. I don't like everything. If you want my honest opinion, which people don't like, he's always been a Democrat running as a Republican. He was some conservative policies, a lot of conservative policies, I would say. But his spending was way too liberal. Same as Bush, spending way too liberal. I consider Bush Jr. the same thing. These guys were spenders. And that is not conservative. So, I mean, that's my opinion. Take it how you want it. He's a New Yorker. He was a registered Democrat for decades. And he's still a spender. So it's still there. And he still believes in some big government having a lot to say. A lot of presidential orders, executive orders. So, because he feels, Chicago needs to toughen up. Listen, I mean, straighten that out before I send the National Guard over there. Classic Democrat behavior. So it doesn't fool me because I understand. If I'm just speaking honestly and with the knowledge that I have, because to be honest, January 6th would have never happened if people were more intelligent. We know the vice president can't overturn the election. That was bullshit. And obviously a bunch of unintelligent people got together and thought that this very same thought, led by a man that thought this thought, which was incorrect. I think we need to give Ron DeSantis or someone else on the try. There's tons of people on the right that I feel we should give a try. There's tons of talent there. Ben Carson is my favorite, personally. Some people believe he's too intelligent to do this, but I think he's exactly what we need. But that's my opinion, of course. He's probably my favorite presidential candidate that should have been given a better shot, that still served our country after he was basically bombarded by the left and left for dead on the right. We need to smarten up, because what exactly has changed from 2020 to now? Have the election rules changed? Biden won, in my opinion. These are not facts, this is my opinion. Biden won the election without participating and no one voting for him. My opinion. So what has changed from 2020 to now that you think Trump can win? He's no longer that maverick. He's institutionalized. He's been president already, right? And he wouldn't change the things that probably would have gave him a smoother presidency, right? He didn't replace deep state like he should have. And he even brought in people he shouldn't have brought in that turned on him on the dime. So there was plenty of flaws there. He's also his worst enemy because he doesn't shut up. Because we needed that at the time, but do we need that now is the question. I think it's time to put our big boy pants on and elect a moderate right wing to represent the party. I'm not part of the party because I don't believe in some of the things, but I do vote Republican. The last time I voted for Democrat was the first Barack Obama, and that's because he fooled me, like everyone else, most of the country, into believing in change. And I was young, I was stupid, but I'm much wiser now. I don't believe there's anyone on the left worth even mentioning. I mean, seriously, Tulsi Gabbard is a no-go because she's a gun grabber. So that's a deal breaker for me. So she's not even considered to me. You're supposed to take office to protect my constitutional rights, not violate them. So that's a no-go for me. I think we need to act more intelligently this go around. Be more intelligent. I think we need to stop. If you're listening to somebody that's telling you what to think, then you need to stop listening to them. If you can't think for yourselves, if you don't know the information for yourself. Because January 6th is exact proof that was a big problem. People were told what to think instead of knowing how to think. Thomas Sowell will be very disappointed in all of you. Right? Milton Friedman. Very disappointed. That's what we need to go back to. We need to get back to that kind of intelligence on the right. But just be more charismatic. So we need to in my opinion, I've said it 1,000 times, Trump needs to be in the rear mirror. Well, he was great for what he was and what he did, right? It was a shift that we needed. Now we need to erect our position. We need to erect the country. We need to stop spending $31 trillion. Come on. Well, what are we gonna do? We're gonna elect another guy that puts another $7 trillion up? But you want 40? When is enough? Sooner or later, this default happens. No country lasts forever. No country stays superpower forever. That's not the way history works. And if we want to prolong what will inevitably happen economically, we might want to think more intelligently about the dollar signs or the consequences of our actions. Better said. The Democrat, things like mass shootings, they're going to widen the definition until they can put enough pressure on weak Republicans to violate our constitutional rights. That's just the way it's going to go. These things are going to keep going. They're going to keep putting pressure. They're not going to let up. The left does not concede. Only the right concedes. And that needs to stop. The left needs to concede because they've taken too much. They've done too much. The deficit is too much. These socialist Republicans need to be stopped. We need to stop spending so much. They need to stop putting up the debt ceiling. Otherwise, what's the point of the debt ceiling if you keep putting it higher? It's unintelligent. All of this is unintelligent. We keep electing unintelligent people. We need to care more about local politics and local leaders and our state representatives over the president because it's much more important. It affects us more directly. But we can start with giving other people a chance on the platform. Stop sticking. Conservative is more than just the old way. We need to think past that. All right? We need to put on our big boy shoes and understand that the country's moderate. We're a moderate country. We have a mixed economy. We had a mixed voting system between a constitutional republic and a democracy. All right? Just being honest. I know that usually doesn't go well with some, with most. Because honesty is not what you want. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in as a country. Donald Trump wouldn't be a front runner right now. In all honesty. Because there's better people. But we're not giving them a chance.